My name is Ros Wright. I was the president of TESOL France for a couple of years, and I'm now more involved in setting up regional branches of our association across the country. We already have regional branches in Grenoble, Strasbourg and Toulouse, and we're hoping that for next year, 2012, we'll see Bordeaux, Lyon, and we're even hoping for one in La Réunion. I'm here today with Jane Ryder, who is coordinator of the TESOL France branch in Strasbourg. I'm going to ask her a few questions about how she set up the association and what plans she has for it for the future. So Jane, hi.
Hi.
Hi. Nice to have you on board. Regional branches, tell us what is involved in actually setting up a regional branch.
Well, actually not an awful lot. You have to, I think the main thing is to find a sort of hardcore of supporters who are going to help you set up your first workshops. And from that initial hardcore, create enough of a following so you can maybe put on a one-day conference. And from that moment on, you actually create enough energy just to be able to sort of run the whole thing with a few workshops now and then, and we're hoping for every year to have a one-day conference.
Okay, excellent. You've already had a one-day conference?
Yes, we have. We had one in February, yeah.
Okay.
Well, we try and invite the same kind of public that we try and bring here to Paris, which is we hope to get the native speakers, as well as, of course, what we have here in France, as you know, is a lot of people who maybe come from Poland, the Maghreb, who are also teaching English. In Strasbourg we have quite a lot of members who are not necessarily themselves native speakers, but they don't tend to be French. We are still trying to get French people to come and join us, and that seems to be the final hurdle.
Right, okay. So it's very, very similar to the issues that we have in France in general.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
All right. What about long-term goals for TESOL France Strasbourg and for teaching associations in France in general?
Well, I just think the important thing about having regional representation is that here in France, as you know, there is a real problem that teachers are very isolated.
Right. Exactly.
A lot of them are working in structures where they have no support at all from language schools. A lot of them work as independents in company. And it's just incredibly important for teachers to get together, and it's also a real pleasure to bring people together.
Sure.
Because out of that comes, you know, support initiatives. We get stronger as a profession, and I just love seeing that happen. And if I can be part of that in my own small way, that's good enough. Okay.
I understand you're doing something else involved with teacher development across France as well. You have other projects in dealing with teacher development.
Well, I have set up a teacher training centre offering CELTA and DELTA, the Cambridge qualifications.
Right.
But that is also part of what, for me, is a very important goal here in France, which is to raise the professionalisation. For us to regard ourselves as professionals. I think this is the fundamental problem. This is what we deal with the whole time here in TESOL France.
Right.
You know, we're not part-time labour. You know, we're not somebody who works sometimes in a bar, then does a couple of hours teaching on the side. You know, this is actually a very difficult job. It's a very professional job. And I think part of the way that you start to regard yourself as a professional is when you invest in qualifications. Qualifications are part of the process.
Right.
And for me, that's part and parcel of why I do what I do.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Jane, and thank you for watching. Thank you very much.